happened. Only a handful of people have turned in the money they found along 285 after it spilled out of an armored truck full of cash. How does that happen? That's the question we've seen most often from you. We went through dashcam video from Dunwoody Police and found a couple of clues.
This is already a good video, y'all. Come on, money spilling out on the highway, the interstate. Let's see what people do when they find free money. I'll be right back at y'all.
Yeah, that's something out of a movie, man. That stuff just doesn't happen.
Look at them, they're everywhere.
If the officer hadn't been holding the $100 bill in his own hand, he might not have believed it either.
Huh?
How does that much cash just fly out of an armored?
Hold on, y'all see the cop? Look at this. You see how he got the money in his hand? That's the money he found on the side of the highway, one of the cops. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the workers who was driving the armored truck. He looks shitty. He don't look like he happy to get the money, but he like, this all you getting me back? Like, bags of money just flew out on the highway. Y'all ain't see the highway flooded with money. We're gonna go back a little bit so y'all can see that. Maybe it went over y'all head a little bit. Let's watch this. Look at that. You see all them people?
That stuff just doesn't happen every day.
If the officer hadn't been holding the $100 bill in his own hand, he might not have believed it either.
Look.
How does that much cash just fly out of an armored truck? They tried to explain it to the GM of the company, the man in the purple shirt.
She said about 2 bags, about 175,000. So, what door came open? This side door. The side door right there. She said they would have a problem with the latch today. It wasn't open. It was kind of.
Now you see how they be questioning them and stuff? The general managers and stuff? They like, yeah, you seem like you having a problem with the latch earlier today. And they ain't do nothing about it. Yeah, he was like, it was open, it kind of had a gap in it. That should have been a red flag right there. And then on top of that, they still old school, they still running around with bags of money with the bag open. Obviously the door open, the money just flying out. It ain't secured down inside the steel cage or nothing, or what kind of way are they protecting the money? Anyways, I don't show no personal interest in it. The government got plenty money to blow, infinity, beyond billions and trillions that we can't even see. They can just reprint the money anytime. But this taxpayers' dollars right here is just flying out into the highway and everybody grabbing it. You know what I'm saying? Imagine more money coming out your check. There's some of your money coming out your check this way it's going to. Then maybe you'll probably take this a different kind of way.
It had like a gap in it. They've been having trouble with the door, and the door flew open. Did they get all the money picked up? Nope. Money gone, man.
Look, Shorty in the booty shorts.
Flying
Oh,
everywhere.
man. Hold on, look at Shorty right here in the booty shorts. Shorty right here. You think she gonna get her money back? Hell no.
Nope. Money gone.
Look. Her right there with the green booty shorts. Look at them. Little young girls out there on the highway, they just getting a little money so they can go get their nails done, get on fleek. You know what I'm saying? Go chill, go to the club. They definitely like, oh, girl, pull over. Look at this. Look at this money flying everywhere. It's just money all in the middle of the highway. If y'all can't see it, that's money. In between the white lines, that's money. There's money everywhere. Yeah, that's right. It's a money video. People finding free money, y'all. Y'all need to get on out there on the highway. Well, it's too late. This is a rerun. But y'all late. Y'all should have been up on the money.
Flying everywhere. Lined up with cars.
Look at Shorty.
Even
With the
as
Crocs
police
on.
were sorting it all out on the highway, honest people started turning in the money.
They're out there. I got officers out on Interstate now. Like
What the hell? What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I see a 10. That's about $23, $24, $25. That's what he returning. That's a good Samaritan. Best believe he got some money cuffed inside one of them shoes out of that pocket over there. That don't even look right. That's what he returning though. Let's continue on.
Some drivers grabbed more than $1,000 in cash off the road.
You heard it.
One by one.
More than the band.
Are turning it in.
I hope you know you're not
How
being
much you
charged
turning
or
in?
anything like that. Okay. We just appreciate you coming in and turning it in.
He give his idea. How much?
Well, police haven't seen anything like this. This has been quite the story. And take a look at this total, around $4,400. That's how much has been returned by just 6 people. That's out of $175,000 that police believe fell out of that armored truck on Monday. Yesterday,
Out of 6 people, $4,400 was returned. All right, everybody put on your thinking caps for a minute. Let's do some math. They gave up 500 here. Somebody gave up 1,500 here. Somebody gave up 2,500 here. We don't know how it came up to 4,400. That's the number they're giving us, but behind the scenes, you know, it's probably a bigger number than that. But they always minimize it.
police wanted to make sure that everyone knew that picking up that money could get you into some serious trouble. They are looking at videos to track down license plates. So here's what we
license
know.
plate definitely showing. Boom! I can see a license plate right there. I don't want to call it out. I ain't narking, but y'all see it to the right. It's a license plate showing. They got people in video picking up money, and that's a lot of money onto the highway. If those 20s or $1 bills, whatever it is, that's a whole lot of money still. And it's in thick wads all on the side of the guardrails and everything. Like, they going crazy. You could tell a dude in the green or a woman, I don't know who it is, because it's kind of blurry back there. But whoever in the green, they interested. They in a hurry. They can't wait. They anxious. They about to run over there to the right, go grab some more money. They just like, damn, I can't believe this happening. I mean, hey, it do look like Christmas came early. But anyways, we're gonna continue on with the video.
About some of the money that's been returned so far. Yesterday, 2 people turned in their money bags, one for $2,100, the other for $600. And today, we
but you
learned
don't know
4
how much
other
they really
people
had.
showed up at the police station to fork over the cash they had picked up. One person returning about $1,600, another just...
See? Somebody that turned in the $2,400, the $24, that was probably that dude that I was showing y'all with the little dollars on the table. That's probably him that turned in the $24. I said about 23, 24, 25. And whoever turned in the 1,600, man, they probably had about 20 grand. They just being nice and putting the 1,600 down. You know, look like they did a good deed. But honestly, I don't believe the person that turned in the 1,600 gave it all up. I think they got a little bit more took. I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong. Maybe I might be right. It's just my opinion.
It's $24. Now, this story was just so wild. It's making national headlines. It's even headed overseas. Our reporter Joe Hinkie covering the story yesterday. He appeared on the Australian radio show The Winter Breakfast to talk about it.
All right, now, Joe, you've got to give us an honest answer. No one from America is listening. Have you yourself pocketed a little bit of that cash that's been flying by?
I drove down the interstate today. I was too late. It was gone.
Joe's a good guy. He wouldn't have...
Yeah. Y'all him. One of the guys that worked for the station talking about he drove down the interstate. It was too late. The money was gone. Yeah. That's what he said. But you know, it's always a story behind the story. That's why they call it history, because it's his story. So, hey, we're going to leave it at that. But to me, I personally believe he picked up a little bit of money because he had a little bit of feedback. He probably found a little bit on his way up to the scene because it was blowing everywhere for at least about a mile or so. You got to think it's in the wind and that's money blowing. So it's going everywhere, uncounted for a whole lot. But they know who it came off the truck, but you don't know how much people really personally pocketed versus the people that turned it in. It's impossible. So they can go back and replay the cameras all they want and send charges in the mail. But you can't personally count up what a person actually picked up.
Take of that, buddy. Anyway, the armored car company still working to figure out how that door flew open on a busy highway. They're investigating. But again, we heard earlier in the police body cam video that driver reported having issues with the latch on the door. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more about this bizarre story.
You know, we had Katie.
Hey, y'all, check it out, too. The driver, he definitely wasn't in on it or nothing because I don't think he had just left the latch open for the money to blow on the highway to random people, unless he being Robin Hood. But nah, he wasn't in on it. That was just a careless mistake right there. But it cost him a whole lot. Well, it cost the government, because that's the government's money. It ain't coming out of the white paycheck. So, you know, as long as they can justify it wasn't done on purpose, they'll still have a job. They just need to secure the money a little bit better. Hey, salute to everybody got a free payday. You know, that was like a stimulus check. Shoot, cashed out right there for y'all. Y'all ain't have to go to the bank or nothing. Everything was right there. So I hope the people that got the money, they used it wisely. Went and bought some things they needed. Because a bunch of people that probably found that money really needed it. That's why it was meant for them to find it. And at that time, in that moment, we wasn't there to witness it. I wish it was me. But I found money plenty of times too. I got plenty of stories like that. But free money. Hey, what can you say? Somebody was probably like, damn, I need some money today. What I'm gonna do is tough. And then they just happen to drive out at the right time or walk or however they got over there in their area. Because some people look like they was just running back on the other side of the highway. I don't know who made the call with money on the highway. However it go, I guess it was meant for them to find it. And I hope they ain't get no charges pressed against them. It wasn't their fault that they found the money. I mean, what would you do if you put a bunch of meat out there to a bunch of jungle animals like some tigers and stuff and some hyenas? What you think they gonna do to sharks in the water and stuff? They gonna tear it up because you left it there. You can't punish them for going out to get what's in their natural habitat. And Americans and humans and stuff, from what I know from being here, we love money. So if it's free and it's out there for us to get it, we definitely gonna go get it. I don't think they was thinking there was no penalty behind it. It was just more like they just wanted to get some free money. Free money. Free money. I'm gonna get back at y'all next time with another one. It's your boy Put In Work P. Got Your Attention TV.
Going all out cause I ain't scared. Got Your Attention TV. Got Your Attention TV. You trapping with Put In Work P. You already know. You already know. That's why you heard it from me. You heard it. Whoever's raw. Got Your Attention TV. Got Your Attention TV. All you do is see for yourself. On Got Your Attention TV. 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 Put in Work P. Got Your Attention TV. Got Your Attention TV.